All right, let's solve this linear inequality and then write the solution set on the interval notation on the number line, and then use an interval notation to express the solution set. Okay, A, we have a negative 2x less than 3. So first we divide both sides by the coefficient, which is the number in front of the letter, so negative 2. So since negative 2 is negative, we have to reverse the symbol of the inequality symbol. So regarding why we have to do that, you have to watch the previous video. So this is x greater than negative 3 divided by 2, which is a negative 1.5, right? So using a fraction is fine. And then graph that. So negative 0, this will be a negative 3 over 2. Greater than is right hand side, because every number on the right hand side of this quantity is greater than negative 3 over 2. So the interval is from negative 3 over 2 to positive infinity. I use parentheses on the negative 3 half because there is no equal, and for infinity you always use a parenthesis. And then in part B we have 4 minus 6x greater than or equal to negative 5. First, we subtract 4 on both sides, minus 4, minus 4. So negative 6x is greater than or equal to negative 5 minus 4 is negative 9. And then you divide both sides by negative 6. So since that is negative, then you will have to reverse the symbol. So that will be x. We have a positive. Let's reduce the fraction. So that will be 3 over 2. That is my solution set. So 3 over 2 is 1.5. And then here is how I graph it. So if you want to just graph the 3 over 2, I am totally fine with that. And then less than or equal to is a solid circle. So shoot an arrow to the left. So that's what we have. And then from negative infinity to 3 half. So using a solid circle means that we have to use a square bracket. And then C, 15 is greater than or equal to negative 9x plus 50. So let's put the x on the left. So first we have to get rid of the 15. Then we have to do a 15 minus 50. So subtract 50 on both sides. 15 minus 50 is equals to negative 35. Greater than or equal to negative 9x, 50 minus itself is gone, and then you divide both sides by a negative, which means that you will have to reverse the inequality symbol. And then this is x, and then negative 35 divided by 9. This one I don't think you can simplify because 35 is not divisible by 9, so we will just keep the fraction. So 35 divided by 9, don't bother to touch your calculator. So what is I know that most people are getting used to having the x on the left, so it is fine to reverse that. So that is the same thing as x greater than or equal to. Remember, the greater than is facing the x, 35 over 9. So we have a number line, and then let's just do the 35 over 9. So 35 over 9 less than or equal to, greater than or equal to is right hand side, right? Because every number on the right hand side of this fraction, is greater than that value. So we use a solid circle because there is an equal. So we have a 35 over 9 to positive infinity. So that is part C. Let's move on to part D. So part D, we switch color. So part D, we have 7 greater than 2x plus 10. So first, we subtract 10 on both sides. 7 minus 10 is negative 3, greater than 2x. Oh, this time the 2 is positive. Then you do not reverse the inequality then. Then this one stays as a greater than because you divide both sides by positive. So no reverse. So this will be negative 3 half, and then this is an x. Great. And then the number line. So you have a negative 3 half greater than, open circle. This is greater than, so you have negative 3 over 2 to positive infinity. So that is your part D, and then let's do part E. E, we have negative x plus 4, and then less than negative 3x plus 6. So let's keep the x on the left. So that means I'm going to add 3x on both sides. Add 3x. So negative 1 plus 3 is 2. And then the 3x is gone. We have the 6 and then the 4 is there. And then I subtract 4 on both sides. So 2x, 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. And then you divide both sides by positive 2, right? Positive 2, positive 2, then you do not reverse. So this will be x is less than 1. So 1 less than 1. So the interval is from negative infinity to 1. That's it. The next type of inequality, you will see that in statistics, so it's x plus 5 divided by 2 greater than 10. You will see this type of inequality in statistics. So first, I need to get out of the fraction, right? So to get out of the fraction, I will multiply both sides by 2. So multiply both sides by 2 on the left-hand side, you have a 2 times a 1/2, right? Because 2 in the denominator, so remember this, x divided by 2 is the same thing as 1/2 times x. So the 2 and the 2 got cancelled. Then on the left-hand side, we have x plus 5 greater than 20. Subtract 5 on both sides. We have x greater than 15. So this is my solution set. And then we didn't divide both sides by negative, so we don't reverse the symbol. So 15 greater than 15 is here. So that is greater than 15. So you have a 15 plus a positive infinity. That is part F. And then part G. Part G, we have 4 minus 5x divided by 3 less than or equal to negative 2. So let's get out of the fraction by multiplying both sides by 3. So we have 4 minus 5x less than or equal to negative 6. And then you subtract 4 on both sides, minus 4, so negative 5x less than or equal to negative 6 minus 4 is negative 10. And then you divide both sides by negative 5. Since this is negative, you reverse the inequality symbol. So that is x greater than or equal to 2. So this is a 2 greater than or equal to. There you go. That's the number line. And then the interval is from 2 square bracket to infinity. We use a square bracket because there is an equal. And then for infinity, always parenthesis. That will be G. And then H is 4 less than or equal to negative x plus 3 divided by 6. Let's get out of the fraction by multiplying both sides by 6. So 6 times 4 is 24 less than or equal to negative x plus 3. And then you subtract both sides by 3. So 24 minus 3 is 21 less than or equal to negative x. And then you divide both sides by negative 1. So since that is a negative, you have to reverse the inequality symbol. This would be a negative 21. This is an x. If you are used to have an x on the left, remember the less than is facing the x. So when you reverse them, please reverse the inequality symbol as well. And then graph this. So we have 0, negative on the left, and then less than or equal to. So that means the arrow is pointing the left-hand side because every number on the left-hand side of negative 21, they are all less than 21. And then the inequality, the interval, then is from negative infinity to negative 21, and then square bracket because there is an equal. So that is part H. And then I and J, you might have to use your calculator to do an approximation. So part I, x minus 7 divided by 8 over square root of 12, right? The a slash means a fraction bar greater than 4. So first you have to multiply the denominator on both sides. So back to part H. So this one we multiply 6, right? 6 is the denominator. So that means you have to multiply this quantity on both sides. So let me just erase the I really quick because I want to move the I over here. So part I, so that quantity is 8 over square root of 12. And then this side is 8 over square root of 12. So the denominator will be cancelled instantly. And then on the left hand side, we only have an 8 minus 7 greater than 8 times 4 is 24, right? 24 divided by square root of 12, and then you take that, you add 7 to it. So x greater than 24 divided by square root of 12. Why do I put a 24? Okay, let's erase that. 4 times 8. Come on. 24, 32, and then you add 7 to it. So this is your final answer. This answer is in exact value, and then when you approximate that, so in your calculator, you have to type 32 divided by negative 12, not negative 12, the square root of 12, and then you take the answer, whatever the answer is, you add 7 to it. So you should get 16.2376 and then something. I asked you to round to 3 decimal places, so this will be 16.23. It is supposed to be a 7, 2376, right? You add 1 to the 7, so that becomes 23.8. So that is your solution set, and then let's graph that. 16.328, and then greater than is right hand side. So you have 16.328 to positive infinity, no equal, so everything is on parenthesis. And then the last one, J. So J, that is negative 10x plus 9 divided by the square root of 0.4, 1 minus 0.4 divided by 18 greater than 5. So first you have to take the 5, multiply the big square root. So negative 10 plus 10x plus 9 greater than 5 times the square root, and you have to approximate this in your calculator. Divided by 18. So you take 5 and then you multiply on your graphing calculator, the square root, you press the second and then you press the x square key. And then you have 0.4 times 1 minus that, or 0.4 times 0.6, and then divided by 18. So this one gives you approximately 0.577. And then this is negative 10x plus 9. So of course the next step is you subtract 9 on both sides, right? So you take the 0.577 minus 9, that is equal to negative 8.423. And then the negative 10x is still on the left, and then you divide both sides by negative 10, and then what else? Negative, right? Then you have to reverse the symbol. So this is x. We have negative 8.423 divided by negative 10. So that is equal to 0.8423. So that is the solution set, and then graph that. We have 0.8423 less than, so this is a less than, so that will be from negative infinity to 0.8423. So that is the end of this example and also the end of this video. If you think my instruction is helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate your help really much. I see you all in the next lesson. Signing out for now.